Welcome to Sacred Heart High School. Today we start with Science Chapter 8, Pollution. Pollution. Contamination of natural environment that will be harmful to ecosystem is called pollution. Pollutants. Factors affecting natural function of ecosystem and causing harmful effects on abiotic and biotic factors are called pollutants. Types of pollution. Air pollution. Contamination of air by harmful substances like poisonous gas, smokes, microbes, etc. is called air pollution. Water pollution. Water is said to be polluted when it becomes unclean, poisonous due to mixing of unwanted natural or artificial material. Soil pollution. Soil is said to be polluted when there are changes in its physical, biological and chemical properties due to natural or man-made reason. Reasons of air pollution. Natural resources, volcanic eruption, earthquakes, cyclones and dust, storms, forest fires and microbes. Man-made resources, fuel, industrialization, atomic energy plants and blasts. Here is a table showing the air pollutants and the source of air pollutants as well as the effects caused due to air pollutants. Let's go one by one. Sulfur dioxide. The source is factories where coal and mineral oil are used as fuel. Effects in irritation of eyes, respiratory tract, excess mucus, cough, breath. Carbon monoxide, CO, vehicular and industrial smoke. Lowered oxygen carrying capacity of the blood is the effect of carbon monoxide. Oxides of nitrogen, vehicular smoke, effects irritation of respiratory tract and lungs. Particulate matters, vehicular and industrial smoke, effects are respiratory diseases. Dust, vehicular and industrial smoke, silicosis, that is fibrosis of lungs. Pesticides, production of use of pesticides, effects mental weakness, death due to prolonged exposure. Methane, CH4, industrial leakage, effects are poisoning, skin cancer, asthma, respiratory diseases. Effects of air pollution. Plants get closed, slowing down of rate of photosynthesis, retarded growth, leaves fall off or become yellow. Animals, respiration is affected, irritation of eyes occurs. Now comes the depletion of ozone layer. Children, this is the earth and this is the ozone layer, which helps in protecting the earth from the UV rays emitted from the sun. This ozone layer deflects the ultraviolet rays and thus our earth is protected. But due to use of such products, CFCs, that is a chlorofluorocarbon, is emitted and the ozone layer is being depleted. It gets depleted. The holes are being formed in the ozone layer. How can we reduce this ozone hole? We can replace the CFC with less harmful substances. Greenhouse effect and global warming. Some solar radiation is reflected by the earth and the atmosphere. Some of the infrared radiation passes through the atmosphere. Some is absorbed and re-emitted in all directions by greenhouse gas molecules. The effect of this is to warm the earth's surface and the lower atmosphere. Infrared radiation is emitted by the earth's surface. Global warming is the rapid increase in Earth's average surface temperature due to greenhouse gases, burning of fuel, etc. Effects of global warming. Change in atmosphere, disturbance in agricultural field, icebergs and glaciers melting, as well as distribution of wild animals. Acid rain. Now children, acid rain is caused due to these gases that are being released in the atmosphere and it has been carried away by the wind and it combines with the droplets in the cloud, and thus it falls down on the earth in the form of acid rain. It mixes in the water, it gets mixes with the soil, and thus acid rain destroys plants, pollutes water sources and soil, and erodes buildings. Effects of acid rain: erosion of man made things, acidity of soil and water bodies. Heavy metals enter the food chain through the plants, like mercury get absorbed by plants, and that's dangerous. Harmful for aquatic organisms, plants, and entire forest life. Water pollutants: biological pollutants, inorganic pollutants, organic pollutants. Biological pollutants: water does not remain potable due to algae, bacteria, viruses, parasites, etc. Diseases are spread due to biological pollution. Inorganic pollutants: suspended particles like fine sand, dust, soil, precipitates of salt, compounds of arsenic, cadmium, lead, mercury, and traces of radioactive materials. Organic pollutants: weedicides, insecticides, fertilizers, sewage, industrial effluents, etc. Reason of water pollution: natural resources, aquatic weeds, decomposition of matter, mud or sludge, soil erosion, microbes like fungi and bacteria, algae, nematodes. Man made reason: domestic sewage, industrial effluent, soil spillage, use of fertilizers and pesticides. Other reasons. Effects of water: effects on human being, it affects on ecosystem as well, and there are other effects too due to water pollution. Effects of soil pollution: radioactive and other pollutants enter the food chain. Problem of water pollution increases. Soil fertility decreases. Thus, the soil becomes barren. Soil, when gets in contact with the pathogen, air pollution takes place. Whereas, when insecticides and pesticides are present in the soil, water gets polluted, and in this way, soil, air, and water becomes polluted. Pollution prevention and control. Government of India has enacted some laws for control, regulation, and prevention of pollution. Let's see the laws. Water Pollution and Prevention Act 1974, Air Pollution and Prevention Act 1981, Environmental Protection Act 1986. Thank you.